Right now, I'm tapping into a book where the author speaks about emotional decision making, where most people, if not all, we make our decisions based on emotion, and we don't even realize it. Now, the two emotions that he said that are like the foundation or the basis for which we make the decisions are seeking pleasure or the avoidance of pain. And what he meant by seeking pleasure is we want to do something because it makes us feel good. It makes us happy. We feel excitement from it. Things like that. Another, the avoidance of pain is when we do something or we don't do something because we don't want to feel the pain. We don't want to feel bad. We don't want to feel rejected. Whatever it is, we don't want to feel a sense of abandonment and things like that. And so I had to really analyze this because with America's society, and my experience of it was we push for the logic and being rational. And he had broke down where like most of the people that consider themselves rational are really emotional, where they rationalize the emotion versus rationalizing, and working through the emotion and then getting to the rational point. And that takes a little bit of work. No matter how long you've been doing your work, it takes a little bit of work because, even the most rational people throughout history, had to take time to really make a sound decision. And that takes patience, which in this microwave society, a lot of us don't have. And myself, I'm trying to cultivate more patience in my life. Now, personal examples for myself of seeking pleasure was me playing basketball. Like when I was a kid, I wanted to, it was something that made me feel good. It made me feel like I was doing something positive. I loved the feeling of winning. I loved just going out there and escaping the world, that the life that I was experiencing outside of basketball. I got to travel. Like it was dope. I got to be around teammates. I got to be around a community. I got to be around a brotherhood. So I was seeking that pleasure of being around something that was positive for me. And one would say, well, that's rational. But remember, the foundation of it is still emotional. You get what I'm saying? And I didn't really work through what I was going through and why I wanted to experience those things. Another thing, the avoidance of pain is, I remember in college, my second year, my ex-girlfriend broke up with me. She broke up with the kid. And she was going away for school, and she didn't believe in the long distance relationship, understandably. But instead of being like, yo, listen, baby girl, cut that out. You know what I'm saying? You staying with the kid. Like, I don't want to hear none of that nonsense that you talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we gonna make this thing work as best as possible. I wanted to avoid the pain of rejection, avoid the pain of hearing the word no, like rejection. So I just let it be. I let it be, and I shut down my emotion. I shut down the emotion and shut down expressing myself to avoid pain. Now, an example that most people can relate to that could go with either or is traveling. Most people, I haven't met anybody that doesn't love traveling. Now, people like their own way of traveling. You have people that love flying planes. You have people that love going on boats. You have people that love going on cars, going on trains. And they might not like one or the other. If they could walk to their destination and they love walking, they'll walk, right? But I haven't met anybody that doesn't love traveling, even if they don't like one of the means or one of the ways of traveling. And with that, you can have seeking pleasure or avoiding pain. With the seeking pleasure, you got people that's like, shoot, they love trying new food. They love seeing different cultures. They love seeing just different buildings. If they live in a city like myself, they love being next to fresh water, like where the water is blue. Like out here in New York City, like our water it look dirty, and people don't be with the shits. They like, yo, I need that water that's blue, like that people feel confident in opening their eyes in the water, right? And so we sometimes we travel for the seeking of pleasure. Other times, you'll have people that seek traveling due to avoiding a pain. They might feel depressed. They might feel energetically drained. They might hate their job. They might hate where they live. They might hate the people that they're around, but feel like those are the only people that accept having a friendship with them or have a relationship with them. And so they just want to get away to avoid the pain, avoid dealing with what they're dealing with. And so people make an emotional decision on their travel, either seeking pleasure or the avoidance of pain. And this is the concept for which the author was breaking it down to, and it made so much sense to me. Another one is ice cream, right? I'll give the example of ice cream. Ice cream, most people especially in America, then came across ice cream. Some people eat ice cream because they seeking pleasure. They probably got some great grades, or they got a promotion at their job, or they got a raise. So for the day, for their dessert, what they gonna do? They gonna eat ice cream. Even though, like, ice cream, if we want to talk about it, is not one of the most beneficial foods, it's still an emotional decision. Because rationally, if you talking about like, yo, listen, like this ain't the best food for you, if you're gonna be rational about it, you're not gonna eat ice cream. Then you have people that are avoidance of pain. They'll eat ice cream because they same thing, might be feeling depressed, might have had a breakup or whatever, and so they're utilizing the ice cream to cope with the emotion that they're dealing with, even though that they know, like, the ice cream not gonna make you feel better in the long run with your breakup. It's gonna be actually you doing the work. And so the advice the author gave was for us to first figure out, the first thing was to understand that all of our decisions, if not most, are emotionally based. And that we can rationalize the emotion. We could rationalize the decision that we made within the emotion, but we still haven't got to the rational part yet. Still haven't got to the rational part. And so he said, first figure out which one are you going for. Are you seeking pleasure or are you avoiding pain? Right? And then from there is search for the trigger. Are you within the seeking pleasure? Because there's a trigger there, right? With the basketball, why did I want to feel good? Why did I want to start playing basketball? For instance, my trigger for wanting to play basketball was, one, I wanted to change the circumstance of my family life and to be able to tell people yes whenever they ask me something, because I heard no at times. And I also, I love seeing what the basketball players was doing, with their family, transforming their family lives. So I had, I decided I wanted to play basketball and try to get to the NBA and be one of the few percentage of people that gets to transform their family lives, because their loved one lives, because through the means of basketball. And then, with oil, we could look for the avoidance of pain. You know, why are we doing that? What's the trigger behind that? You know, and working in most of these things, you know, he stated, and these are concepts for which I learned before, working with my godmother, was most of the triggers for which we have comes from our youth. So all we got to do is look to our youth and see where they come from and uproot these things. So, okay, I'm either seeking pleasure or I'm avoiding pain. And then once I uproot these things and I really see what I'm going through and I work through them, I work through the emotion. Once I work through the emotion and not suppress the emotion, I can now get to the most rational decision, the most wise decision that I'm capable of making at the time. And that's the advice that the author gives. Now, the benefits I've seen from cultivating these concepts within, or this concept within my lifestyle, is I've seen myself become a much better decision maker. Right? First, I ask myself, am I seeking pleasure or am I avoiding pain? Then, okay, what's the trigger behind this? Because, you know, I got to see what's going on. Excitement, there's still a trigger. Why am I excited? What am I excited about? You know, because our excitement could lead us up into some trouble. Facts. You know what I'm saying? So the working through these helped me to make way better decisions, to tap in with being more patient with the things I'm going for in my life. And which is very important because I can rush things. And I've met people that love rushing things. Another advice I would give to people is, you know, before you make a decision, especially a major decision, give yourself 24, 48 hours. These are that's one of the concepts that my godmother had given me. You know, give yourself time. Give yourself some time to process things. Don't make it within the emotion, because you still haven't even processed the emotion. So you still gonna be operating on that excitement or that anger versus, okay, I separated myself from that. I could see things more clear. Gives yourself more clarity, you know, and for you to tap in with a deeper sense of wisdom, right? And that's what it has done. Those are the benefits it has given me. Tapping in with deeper wisdom, more clarity, better decision making, more patience. All right, family. Thank y'all for tapping in with the video. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share with y'all friends. Stay tuned for future videos and hit that notification bell. Peace.